So I'm Matt Ryan here with AVWeb, here with Marco Bouw at the U.S. National Aerobatic Championships in Salina, Kansas. So you just went up in the unlimited category, right?
Yeah.
Tell me a little about what you, what were you doing up there? Kind of what was your maneuvers, or what was your
Sequence.
sequence? Yeah, thank you. Yeah.
There you go. No, yeah, totally.
Still learning the terminal.
Yeah, it's a difference. Yeah, not people are used to.
Absolutely.
So we do 3 flights out of the week. So we have the first flight's a known, we call it. So we kind of know what we're flying. These last 2 flights are what we call an unknown. So we have a couple figures. We don't get to practice it. We just go up in the box, fly it, then do it for the judges. And first time we fly in the whole sequence is in the box in front of the judges. So we just got done with the second flight of that, which is the last flight of the contest. Flew it really good until the last figure. Last figure kind of got me, but fortunately, it was a good enough score to put up to stay in contention.
Yeah, and so contention for what exactly?
So the whole goal this week was just to because U.S. National Aerobatic Championship. Every 2 years they select a team to represent the United States on the world level. So this year was the unlimited category, which is our top category for the team. And so because of the score this week, I was able to maintain a high enough score to be one of the newest United States team members at a first time unlimited competition. And I was able to take it home, which is nice. A nice goal. So
congratulations. Yeah, I got to watch it. Look great. I'm not nuanced on what I'm looking at, but it all looks good to me. So
that's good.
All right, unlimited is definitely a good one to watch. So as far as that international team or that international competition rather, where is that? I mean, what's
it's going to be in Batavia, New York next year. I don't remember the exact date, but it's later in the later of the year. But Batavia, New York. So what we'll have is we'll literally probably have 80 of the best pilots from all around the world. So the United States is going to bring 12 of their best pilots, and people from France, South Africa, Japan, Germany, China, Brazil, every country you can think of that does aerobatics will all be in a little town in Batavia, New York, trying to compete for the World Championship title.
Nice. So this is your first year on that team, you said. So is that right?
Yeah. Bring you limited. I was on a team a couple years ago, but
so four unlimited first year on the team. So what was kind of your background? I know you got a decent social media presence. So what's kind of your path to get into this point?
I started in high school, got my pilot's license, and then carried on after kind of high school. I was never really into aerobatics or anything. I was just petrified of stalls and all that stuff. And a local guy was an air show, and he was also an unlimited team member. Kind of just introduced me to it, and was fortunate to get my own plane in my 20s, and kind of there was just set the hook. And so I kind of just trained, flew aerobatics myself, kind of started in 2015-16 era. And then on, my full-time job, and I'm an airline pilot. So, and then this was just a kind of a side gig that's just turned into just a fabulous hobby that I get to do.
Yeah. So I know, it seems like there's a lot of those people who do kind of both sides. You also do air shows and things as well, right?
First one a couple weeks ago. So.
Oh, really? Okay. Yeah. I would have thought there'd be more.
Is that coming? Yeah.
So is that a pretty distinct world as far as like air show people versus aerobatics competitions like this?
Yeah, it can be. A lot of what you meet is a lot of people have a competition background. It's a great way to, as you just saw, how we present for a judge is no different than an air show presents for a crowd. We just have a few different ways of maneuvering the aircraft between air shows and competition. But there are a little two different types. You have, we fly higher volume, higher energy aerobatics, and some guys fly like entertainment type, like those J3 Cup style. So they're two different types, but it's still that same kind of discipline that we use in both sports.
Yeah, awesome. Any major differences between the average pilot like myself versus what you're doing out there, mindset, how do you approach a flight that might be a little different than the rest of us are used to?
But there's a great saying we do in aerobatics is all you're doing in the air is verifying what you walked on the ground. So we spend hours, and I mean hours, just walking on the ground, imagining what the aircraft is doing, like flexing in the G and, using the stick manipulations, and I'm kind of trying to imagine what it'll feel like to, we're doing plus 8, 9 Gs, minus 6 or 7, right? Trying to create that mentality feel. So I think kind of what's different, what we do in the aerobatic world versus what a lot of normal like private pilots and instrument, you kind of go talk about the flight, but you don't really think about the flight until an hour before. We're thinking about this flight 24 hours before we go up. So I would say that's kind of the biggest difference, is that mental preparation, because we've got 5 minutes to set a score, and we get the team select every 2 years, and you get 3 flights to make the team. So it's a lot of work. So you want to make every flight count.
Yeah, that was an interesting one. I wish I'd gotten some footage of that. So yeah, so I think I saw you doing it when I first walked in, and I didn't grab my camera fast enough. But yeah, kind of doing that dance of, you know, going through maneuvers and things.
Ballet,
Yeah, it's your chair flying to the next level there. I like it.
Yeah.
Well, cool. So I'll end it there. I'll kind of maybe take a look at your plane if you don't mind. But
all right ahead. I'll show you around it.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah, so we have the Sukhoi SU-31. So there's only 5 left in the country. It's a carbon fiber fuselage. So this whole aircraft from the rear back, it's just one piece of carbon fiber. These 4 bolts here, see on the top and bottom, they attach the whole tail to the rest of the aircraft. And then what we have is a really unique sitting position. It's got a kind of a recline on it, so it allows you to adapt to the positive G's easier, as well as you've got this really, really big control stick that moves these massive ailerons, as you can see down there. Really, really large ailerons to help you when you're in a low speed and stuff like that. And then, yeah, overhatch canopy. We have a parachute every time we fly. And then if we come around here to the side, you'll see we've got these sighting devices that we use to help us orientate ourselves when we're doing these aerobatic figures. We have 45-degree lines, vertical lines, and 45-degree down lines. And then the most unique thing about the aircraft that we have is the front of the aircraft, which is this big girl right here that we call the radial, but it's very unique. If we look at most aircraft, and nowadays they're a light combing. So this is a Vendeyev M14PF running about a little over 400 horsepower, slinging a MT prop, which is about 9 feet in diameter. So it's got a lot of bite with it. As you can see, it's a little bit different with the Sukhois, the radials. Every flight, there's a little bit of oil. That's the joke in the Sukhoi in the radial world. You check the gas and top it off with oil every time you go fly. If we look back here, you know, you've got this large elevator. Yeah, it's this counterweights up here that help you balance it out, to customize it. We got this massive rudder that helps us all these really cool gyroscopic figures, and giving us a really, really good control over the aircraft when we're doing our snap rolls that you just had the pleasure to watch. And yeah, she's an awesome bird. I've had her for about 3 years, born in 1995. So a few years younger than me, but I don't put that against her. Yeah, the Sukhoi, this one was born in 1995. It's designed by the Sukhoi Design Bureau. So back in the 80s, there was this big push to for Russia and the United States and all these competitions. The United States was kind of dominating it. And so Russia said, you know what, we would like to win as well. So the predecessor to this, which was the 26, they built a purpose-built aircraft, starting with that big engine from earlier. And then the unique thing about this aircraft, though, is with the air start, it uses air. So if I run out, I don't use a battery to start. I have an air tank that I can use to start the aircraft. And so just like this aircraft needs air to start every time, you know, for me to start my day, I normally use, like to give big thanks to Aerobrew Coffee. They've been a massive help this year with me competing, being able to make the limited team, getting my first air shows, and be able to keep this. Really, it's a piece of history flying, considering there's 5 left, only one in the air shows, and only one flying competition. So I can't thank them enough.